Hey guys, welcome back to Tapin Podcast by TTBE. Yes, I am here again. And today I want to talk about something interesting. I had went to work the other day, and one of my coworkers was asking me. He was like, "Myesha, you always smiling. Like, how do you maintain your happiness?" And for once, I had to actually think to myself, and I said, "When I stopped searching for my happiness in other people." And I think when I decided to do that, everything changed. There was a point in my life where I always wanted somebody else to make me happy. And every time I was with someone or dating someone or even being friends with someone, I always wanted them to make me happy, or I always tried to find happiness within them. And it was never a time where I learned how to make myself happy. And I think I wasn't able to make myself happy because I didn't have the tools to do that. I didn't have the knowledge on how to make myself happy and what does it mean to make myself happy and what am I supposed to do to make myself happy, right? So, of course, you think that's like self healing or taking yourself out to eat or, doing little things to be happy, but it never really worked. It wasn't working at all because I will always project everything that I want on somebody else and try to want them to do it for me. And it got to a point where if they was not doing something for me, if they weren't making me happy, then I felt like this wasn't going to work, or I could not deal with this person, or this friend need to get away from me, or I don't want to be around these people. And the whole time, I wasn't even happy with myself. And I know you might understand what I'm saying. Like you might understand that there's a point, a time in life where you didn't even know how to make yourself happy and you didn't even know what to do. And I realized that I had to dig deep down inside and I needed to figure out, why am I not happy? And that's what I had to ask myself first. Myesha, why are you not happy? And if you're not happy, what are you going to do to make yourself happy? Now, this is the trick right here. Now you have to get to know yourself. Now you need to know who you are. Now you need to find out what person are you? Like, who are you? What do you like to do? What illuminates you? What gets your spirit up? Like, what makes you happy? What puts a smile on your face? Or even when you're not in the mood, how to control that? So I had to kind of tap deep down in myself and figure out that I cannot expect someone to make me happy. I cannot expect someone to change my life. I cannot expect someone to come and sweep me off my feet and make all my problems go away. That is not fair. That is not fair to that person, and that's not fair to me. And I don't know if you're the person that went through that or you the person that is going through what I had once went through, where you literally had to like pull yourself from everybody and realize that, oh my God, I'm like super depressed when I'm by myself. And there were times that I was super depressed when I was by myself. And of course, being in fear to be alone, that was a big factor for me of being by myself. I was always scared because I didn't know who I was when I was alone. I was kind of scared to know who I was if I was alone. So you have to learn how to separate yourself from that and pull yourself away from expecting someone to always make you happy and expect someone to, fix things that you need to fix or fix things that are wrong with you. And it might be the hardest thing to do. And it's really, really hard when it comes down to, being transparent with yourself. And being transparent with yourself means that you are no longer lying to yourself. You're no longer, portraying this person or this image of you being so strong and bold, and at least be vulnerable with yourself even when you're by yourself, and say, it's okay that I'm weak. It's okay that I might be broken. It's okay that I might, suffer from, fear of being alone. It's okay that I might suffer from, not being able to figure out how to make myself happy. It's okay that you might need to take a break from dating or take a break from the world or take a break from people. It's okay. And I think we are always scared to be vulnerable with ourselves. We are scared to see that soft side. And I think that I was always scared to see the soft version of Myesha. Like, who is she when she's soft? Who is she when she's sad? Who is she when she's happy or when she's bored? And I think that I used to play more so that if something didn't work out, I would call it, oh, it's boring, or I'm bored, right? Or I'll try to find something that'll just give me that quick high. And I think that now I'm realizing that the quick high never lasts. So I might make a mistake, or I might do something I regret because I just want to feel that adrenaline that I used in the past to just dismiss the things that I'm really going through. And I think we need to focus on not dismissing the things that we're going through. We need to acknowledge it. We need to identify with it. We need to become one with it so that we can function in relationships. We can function in healthy relationships with yourself as well. There were times that I would just be, sad, or I wake up moody, or I wake up upset. And I'm trying to change for the new year. I'm trying to find things that make me happy, which is running, which is working out, which is reading, which is, just being knowledgeable of what's going on, being more strategic on how to get myself financially stable so I'm not depending on someone to change my life or just sweep me off my feet. And although those things might be nice, it's still good to know that you got yourself. You can handle yourself. You are strong enough that you worked on these things to, uphold the responsibility of you. And you want to be responsible for you. You don't want to put your life in someone else's hands. Because eventually, when that falls apart, you're going to be lost again. And how many times you want to be lost? How many times you want to be confused? How many times are you going to allow yourself to restart over and over and over? You no longer want to live like that. So in order for us to have some consistency, we need to find out what makes you happy, what makes you feel whole, what makes you feel complete. What about you that you can do for yourself that will put a smile on your face and that will make you feel like everything is going to be okay? So you're not looking at the next person, or you're not looking into the next person to fulfill the missing holes that you have within yourself. You want to fill in your blanks. And I think for 2024, I'm pushing my listeners and my viewers and my followers to fill in their own blanks. Fill in the holes that you are missing. Fill in the parts of you that you did not love, that you did not cherish, that you did not pay attention to. Fill in the spots that makes you feel lonely, that makes you feel confused, that makes you feel like you can't sometimes. Let's dig into that and fill in those spots for 2024. We are not going to focus on what somebody can do for us. We're no longer focusing on how this person could change our lives. We're focusing on what I can do for me. How can I change my life so that when I'm attracting these specific people, that they are healthy for me. They can see the strength in me. A lot of people that get hurt are usually the people that have not filled in their blanks. And that other party have noticed your weakness and played on that part of you, which they know would have broke you. And then they leave you broken, and now you're lost and confused again. And then you have to press the reset button. Now, I'm not saying that we all don't have weaknesses. No matter how hard or how much work you put into yourself, you are always going to have some type of weakness, some type of, soft spot. But I want that soft spot to have a strong spot as well. I want that strong spot to know how to protect that soft spot of you, that you worked on that part so much that no one can even touch it, right? And even if they do touch it, you can bounce back quick because now you know what it takes to make you happy. You know what it takes to make you fulfilled. You know what it takes to make you strong. And you know what it takes to make you heal when things don't go accordingly. So when I focus on me, right, and you focus on you, you will realize that whoever you attract will now focus on you. Right? They'll focus on a part of you that is so powerful because it's a feminine, right? It's when it's strong and it's powerful, it's attractive, right? It's a feminine part of you. So now that person sees that, They know now not to play with you. And I think a lot of us are getting played with, right? A lot of us are getting played with, and I think we're tired. And I know that I'm tired. I know there's people out there that's tired. And I know you might be tired. So now we're going to sharpen those skills. We're going to sharpen those parts of you. We're going to sharpen those parts of you that needs help, that needs to be focused on what brings you happiness and what brings you peace and how to maintain it. See, that's the part. We want to maintain the peace and the happiness. We want to maintain the strengths. We want to maintain the power that you have in you. And we want to fill in those blanks that we ignored for so long, so that when you're moving forward around meeting other people or people coming into your circle in your area, your strength shows quicker than your weaknesses. We don't want our weaknesses to dominate our strengths. We want our strengths to dominate our weaknesses. So moving forward, we're going to work on the power structure, on how to dominate your strengths, right? How to make those parts of you strong so that we're not left in the dust and we're not left hurt. We're not left broken. We're not left confused. We want to be led by, positivity and focus. So that's the point that I'm making when it comes down to making yourself happy. Learn yourself. Learn who you are. Learn your inner child. Learn your core. Learn the parts of you um, that can that can be worked on. And once you learn those parts, the attraction would change, and everything that'll be attracted to you will play more on your strengths and no longer on your weaknesses. Y'all hear that? It'll play on your strengths and no longer on your weaknesses.